Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this super short video, I will be discussing the 2.4 special program or the live stream or the preview live stream. Just my summary of it, and I'm sure there's tons of videos out there already because I'm coming in a whole day late. I actually watched it live when it was live streaming over Twitch and restreamed onto YouTube last night actually in the wee hours. Actually, it was streaming from 4 a.m. or around right before 4 a.m. my time to 5 a.m. So it was exciting, and that was my first time doing it live while I was watching it then. I didn't do my own stream of it, I was just watching someone else do it, because wasn't sure that I was going to be awake. But I was awake anyway, because I was out with my family, and we had an awesome time for Christmas. And then when it came back, obviously Christmas was over, and then, yeah. Anyway, so welcome back to my channel. So here we are. So anyway, long story short, we already know that we're going to get some new characters. We're going to get Shenhe and Yunjin. We already knew that already because miHoYo previously tweeted that out and teased it. So we already know. And they're officially confirmed now for 2.4. Other things of note are that Yunjin will have a secondary voice actress for the Chinese opera portions of her voice acting, which is great. And they hired actual, Chinese opera singers for her, which is great because that's her storyline. Other than that, we're going to quickly go over the fact that other rerun banners are going to be Xiao, Ganyu, and Zhongli, which is confirmed. I'll talk about that in a separate video, so don't worry. We're just going to quickly summarize the whole 2.4 event now. There will be new Hangout Events, which is Ningguang and Yunjin's. And of course, we'll have our awesome Lantern Rite festival. And then in terms of events, like the actual patch events, I'm going to kind of just mention them in a very simple way here, that there's just going to be a variety of new events. Some of them are actually very new. Some of them will be rehashes of previous events that we've already had, so let's just leave it at that, because I want to keep this video short. One thing of note is that we will be able to choose one free 4-star character for the Lantern Rite from Li Yue, so one of the 8 Li Yue characters, and Yunjin, being the newest one, will be part of that. So let's be very honest, I think most people are going to pick Yunjin. Okay, unless you're a new player or new early game or mid game player and you're trying to build up your team, etc., then of course you can pick any of the 8 characters. I'm not going to go into all the details because I've done reviews of the majority of those characters already. I think I'm maybe missing 1 or 2 here, but overall I've done reviews of all of them already, or most of them. So do check out my videos for them. A lot of them are very solid. I'll just leave it at that. We won't go into the depth here. Maybe in another video if we want to go into that, but really they're all really solid characters, and it really just depends on what you need or lacking for your team or who you like, basically. So from my perspective, I'm definitely going for Yunjin as my free 4-star because I actually have all the other characters to C6 already from Li Yue, so I only would want Yunjin at that point. Okay, so then I'm not going to go over all the other Lantern Rite events, but basically that's the gist of it. And then in addition, there will be some new Innozuma events as well, including the Tanuki event, etc. And then in addition, there will also be a new region, Enkanomiya, and there is no storyline attached to it apparently for what's that? Kokomi. So I was interested to know if there was going to be, but there will be an official of course, storyline for Shenhe, and we already said that Yunjin's going to get her Hangout event, but there's going to be a new Archon Quest. And the Archon Quest involves the Jade Chamber, which is Ningguang's palace, right? So that's going to be amazing, because we all want to know, because there was already, characters, NPCs talking about rebuilding it since the last time we saw it. Of course, we saw that in the Li Yue Archon Quest. So now we're very interested to see what happens next, right, in that storyline and continue the story moving. Some people are already kind of predicting that maybe we'll get a little bit of a preview of Sumeru, maybe the chasm, right? Because that's where we're meeting Shenhe, right? And yeah, so we'll see, we'll be meeting her and then we'll be talking about that, we'll see. But Enkanomiya is very interesting, of course. Lots of new enemies. There will be a new regional boss area down there, of course. We don't know anything more. There's a whole light and dark thing for the maps and the puzzles, etc. Definitely it's going to be a huge region. The live stream did not cover how many islands there are that are included. They did not also speak about if there's going to be more than, if they're going to release all of Enkanomiya at once, or they're going to split it up over multiple patches. Remember how Innozuma, they split it up, right? We got, what was it? We got 3 islands first, and then we got 2 islands, and then we got 1 more island afterward, right? So I don't know if Enkanomiya is going to be released all at once as one giant region, or if it's going to be split up. You never know. So let's just wait and see, right? I mean, it's just less than 2 weeks away, right? So it's very exciting. Other things from the trailer was that aside from the new bosses and the new boss, which is like was a cryo geofish app basically, or sorry, a cryo fish app, and a electro fish app basically, and then there's like I think there's like a sea dragon event, right? A hydro dragon type of thing, right? And then there's also a pyro, abyss lector kind of guy, right? So yeah, and then in addition, like we'll get new Serenity Pot upgrades and all that stuff, right? And overall, it was a really good event. I will say that what was lacking was that there was no additional English version of the event, meaning that they just basically translated the Chinese event and just reposted it on the English YouTube, right? Which is interesting. They did that once before for 2.0 preview, and I think I know why. It's because technically this event was postponed because it was normally supposed to be on the Friday, but Friday was Christmas Eve, 24th December. And what I think happened is that because in the Western countries, Christmas is obviously it's a big holiday, of course, right? You know, I'm sure that in China they also celebrate it, but it's not an official holiday, right? So then, because of that reason, maybe some of the voice actors were not available. Also, maybe because this event, the preview event, may have to be pre-recorded as well, right? And there might have been scheduling conflicts, in my opinion only. Okay, I don't know. Or maybe because they just want to keep it based on China because it's simpler this way. Because technically, 2.4 is all based on Lantern Rite, Chinese New Year festivities. You know, Li Yue, which is basically the Chinese country mostly. I mean, then there's for the first part, right? And then the second part is going to be Enkanomiya, right? So I don't know. So a variety of things. But anyway, and the other last thing to mention is that Ningguang and Kaching will get new costumes. Ningguang's will be free because as per doing the Lantern Rite events because she is the 4-star character, and Kaching's you will have to pay for, similar to Jean, and because she's a 5-star character. So now I'm seeing a pattern here, by the way. It seems like we're only going to get costumes for the 5-star standard characters. Do you see that? First we got it for Jean and then Barbara as the 4-star, and then now it's Kaching and Ningguang, right? So maybe in the future skins, it's going to be Diluc, Mona, and Chi-Chi are going to be the 5-star characters that get costumes next. I don't know if that's the theme here, right? Anyway, overall though, I felt that the event was very well done. I do appreciate it whenever they have the the designers and the crew or the staff basically talk as well, right, and introduce it. They also showed a little bit of like the little Alps collaboration that they have in the French Alps, I believe, right, with Genshin Impact, and there's supposed to be like a web event related to that in January. They also showed like that Lego thing that they made, which is Paimon, with all the people's engraved like wishes from that web event that people were doing previously. So that's kind of neat, right? You know, overall, I'm excited for 2.4. Clearly, 2.4 is not going to be it's going to be rerun characters. But it's not going to be too much filler content either, because technically they're not doing like festival stuff. They're doing, well, there's a little bit of that, but then they're going to be bringing back some previous events and reiterate them for, for the patch, but they're also going to have a lot of new stuff and new mechanics as well. But overall, it's going to be a very exciting patch overall, and they're going to be very generous with the rewards once again, or somewhat generous, let's say, more so than in other patches, let's say, because for the Chinese New Year 1.3 event, they were more generous compared to other events already too. So this will be similar. There will be like, I mean, of course, we always, as players, we always want more, right? But comparatively, during the Lantern Rite is when they're a little bit more generous compared to other times. So anyway, those are my overall thoughts of the event. I thought it was well done. I appreciate that I was able to watch it at that time. And in retrospect, I thought maybe I should have turned on my stream and just like streamed it as well and see if anyone wanted to watch it with me. But then that's okay. It's fine. Maybe in the future, we'll see. Because it's really late for me. That's why I wasn't sure. But regardless, it was well done. And I'm excited because there's lots of new stuff coming in 2.4. I will be honest though, although I'm hyped, I'm not like so like falling on my chair like, oh, you know what I mean, because to be very honest, I'm still kind of like iffy about it all because I'm not sure how I feel about the game moving forward, and that's just a personal thought, but that doesn't detract from the fact that the event was good, the live stream was good, and that there's definitely lots of stuff coming in 2.4, which is very exciting overall for many players, including myself. But I'm just saying that I'm not at that high like super high like, oh, I'm super hyped about it, but I'm mixed. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you guys are super excited about this stuff or not, or not, and which parts you're excited about. Let me know in the comments, okay? So I'm going to end the video here, but I'm going to put up another video right after this to talk about the banner characters specifically. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, and I'll see you in the